Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the Chicago Bears and the New York Jets. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
It's an afternoon probably best suited for skating in Central Park, but we're across the river, and we are in for a cold one at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front. and finishing strong.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. Tony Pollard, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on the 9.
On first down, Ray. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A good pickup there at 22.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Higbee. His second touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Extra point up and through, and we are tied at 7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it ends with a Jet touchdown. Each team's had it, each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. 14 yards into Chicago, first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 31-yard line.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way, work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tony Pollard, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
They'll run on first down. It's Brooks. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd and 3. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Looking to throw on second down. Ray looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. Ray to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And his kick here is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better right now.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Get him! Get him! Let's 57's run. I got it. 36. Rush in. Go. Let's go.
2nd and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Throwing on 1st down. Ray. Pass incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
On 2nd down, it's Brooks. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Over the middle, complete. That's Collier. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down, right around the 18-yard line. 2nd quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here. 2nd quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. He finds an opening past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
51, Mike. Check 31. Check. He's crashing. Go. He's checking crash.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many syllables. Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear 1st down.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Tight up.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half. And he's got a 1st and 10. And oh, look at that. A diving catch. 16 yards is the pickup there on a 1st down for Chicago.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now at a 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, Ray. He gets this to Devontae Adams. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Back to throw. Ray. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a 1st.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
2nd and 5. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Throwing on 3rd and long. Ray under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This from 54 yards away. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the 2nd quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. George Kittle as the first half is winding down. And the Bears have retaken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So, all right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Ray. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
On 1st and 10, Ray. And that's complete to Adams. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one as a receiver is got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Operating from the gun, Ray. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Ray. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And out of bounds right around the 20. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Ray. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Jets have once again taken the lead. Now the try here for the point after.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Second down in inches. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down at the 2. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. To throw from his end zone, Ray. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, Ray nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Back to throw. Ray. It's caught here by Adams. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up fourth. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bears take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll drop the throw. And a throw right sideline is complete. 14 yards in a Chicago first down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And his kick is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the fourth.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Fielded at the 33. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. 14 yards and a Chicago first down.
A gain of 14. First down, Chicago.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. They'll set up the throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So the Jets now down by 7, less than 90 seconds to go. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 7 yards there and a first down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. He'll look to throw, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's third. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. On 4th down, Ray. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be 1 kneel and then handshakes. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Go. 52.
They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Second and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off right around the 43, but he will not be able to bring it